Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today I'm going to make an ice and liquid dyed fan fold shirt. As usual, I washed and dried the shirt, then I soaked it in a soda ash solution for 20 to 30 minutes. I wrung it out of my pan to spin dryer so it's just barely damp. I also have the shirt turned inside out. I'm going to begin by centering the shirt, so this process is going to go really fast. But down below in the description for this video, I have a link to another video which shows how to center a shirt. The benefit of centering a shirt is that I'm going to get both of the front sides right next to each other and both of the back sides right next to each other. That way, whenever I apply the dye, the front will be more symmetrical and so will the back. Now that the shirt is centered, I'm going to start the folding process. I'm beginning down at the hem of the shirt, and I'm going to do some large fan or accordion folds in the shirt. Once I have the shirt folded, I'm going to hold all the folds in place with some kite string. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to ice and liquid dye this shirt. So I'm going to make myself a little boat or a little container out of aluminum foil to put the shirt in. I'm going to fold the foil over to make a little bit sturdier sides for the container. Then I'm going to fold the sides of the foil up around the shirt so that it will hold the liquid and so that it will keep the ice and the dye on the shirt. I'm also going to use a washable marker and divide the shirt into 5 sections. These sections are going to be my guides for where to apply the dye. Right now on the left side of the screen is the center line or the center of the shirt. And on the right side are the sleeves of the shirt. On the center or the center line of the shirt, I'm going to place dragon fruit from Dharma Trading Company. The next color is turquoise from Grateful Dyes. If you're wondering about the spoons that I'm using to apply the dye, they're stainless steel lab spoons that I purchased from Amazon. I'll leave a link down below. Since they're stainless steel, the dye seems to slide off of them pretty well, and they're small enough that I feel like I have a little bit more control over the dye, yet not so small that I feel like it takes forever to apply dye to a shirt. The next color is Lapis from Pro Chemical and Dye. Grape from Custom Colors. And the last section is Cherry Blush from Pro Chemical and Dye. Now I'm going to add an additional sprinkle of soda ash over the top of the dye, just to make sure that as the ice melts and runs through the shirt, that I still have plenty of soda ash left in the shirt to react with the dye. I'm going to add the ice to the top of the shirt, and I'm going to take and press the aluminum foil a little bit closer to the sides of the shirt to help hold the dye and the ice in place. To make sure none of this moves around too much, I'm going to take some wooden clothespins and attach them to the rack right up next to the aluminum foil. This will help hold the shirt in place. I'm going to set the shirt aside and allow this first layer of ice to melt. Okay, so the first layer of ice is melted, and as you can tell, there's quite a bit of undissolved dye still sitting on top of the shirt. So I'm going to add an additional layer of ice to the shirt. Then here's where the liquid portion comes in. I'm going to use two colors. I'm using Razzle Dazzle from Dharma Trading Company and Purple 521 from Custom Colors. I have a couple of containers of the Razzle Dazzle, but they're the same thing. I have probably about 4 ounces of each color, and so all total I have 8 ounces of liquid dye that I'm going to pour into this aluminum foil boat. I'm going to pour the liquid dye into the aluminum boat and allow the shirt to soak it up from below. I'm going to add some additional ice to the top and allow it to process for at least 24 hours after this second layer of ice melts. So here's what the shirt looks like after it's been allowed to process for probably about 36 hours. As you can tell, there's not very much dye left down in the bottom of this aluminum foil. So the shirt soaked up most of the dye and the runoff from the ice melting. To rinse the shirt, I'm going to begin in cold water and rinse in cold for a while to rinse out any of the soda ash that's remaining in the shirt. Then I'm going to gradually warm the water up to hot to rinse out any of the excess dye that didn't bond with the shirt. Since there was quite a bit of dye in this shirt, I went ahead and just ran my sink full of hot water, added a little bit of Blue Dawn dish detergent, and I soaked the shirt for a while. When the water cooled off, I changed out the water and continued the soaking process until the water was almost clear and most of the excess dye had been removed. Then I threw the shirt into the washing machine and I washed it using a hot cycle with a little bit of Dharma's textile detergent. After the shirt was washed and dried, this is what it looks like. So what do you guys think? I think this one is a little bit unusual. I think the dragon fruit right on the middle looks like a spine, but it looks like a spine that maybe was stretched a little too far. I like the colors though. I like the way they kind of blend into one another as they go further out toward the edge. And of course the dark lines come from that liquid dye that we poured down below. I want to experiment with this design a little bit more, but overall I think it's a pretty cool looking shirt. What do you think? How about you drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think about this shirt. And if you've enjoyed this video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.